Well, hello there, Abundant Life Living community. It is I, Coach Tanya LaShawn Bryant of Abundant Life Living, where I work with women who are ready to transform their life through learning how to shift your mindset. There is a great philosopher who says, you will never get any further in life than the ideas in your mind. So if you want to begin to change your life, you've got to begin to work with your mind, change your mindset, especially if you hold a certain mindset and it is not helping you to progress. And so I am super excited to be on. I am just excited about the new, excited about the things that I have that can help you really begin to transform your life. Now, one of the things that I always talk about with Abundant Life Living, for those that don't know who I am, I'm new to you. I am faith-based, meaning that much of what I teach comes from a spiritual aspect, right? That can enhance your life. And so I often use the word of God as my grounding base. And so there is a scripture in John 10, in the Bible, and it's John 10:10, and it says that the enemy comes but to kill, steal, and destroy. But I have come that you may have life and life more abundantly. And what I love, that word life, when you begin to research it and look at it from the Greek aspect, that word life means Zoe. And when the word Zoe means the absolute fullness of life. See, when you begin to deal with your mind, get it in alignment, then your life is going to begin to change, right? And so you are not here to exist, but you're here to live an abundant life. And so the work that I do help women find and walk out that abundant life. So you're not just existing. And oftentimes we have all of these barriers that we allow in our life to hinder us. And so I have been talking about one such barrier that has been an issue in my life that I'm sure is an issue in many of your life as you're watching me, and that is procrastination. That's right, the P word, procrastination. And so the for the last week, and will be also for this portion of the week, we're going to be talking about unmasking procrastination. Unmasking procrastination. Now, when we begin to deal, and I actually, this is, I think, like my second or third week I've been dealing with procrastination. But even as we are looking at procrastination, one thing that I'm come to realize is that procrastination, it's not just about, oh, I'm being lazy and I just don't feel like doing it. Yeah, that could be a portion of it, but what drives procrastination is what's under it. And oftentimes we're driven to procrastinate because we don't want to deal with what we're feeling and how we're feeling. We don't want to deal with how that task that you need to get done, that you've been procrastinating, how it's making you feel. And so oftentimes, because we don't want to look at our feelings and our emotions, we want to escape. And so procrastination really, it's about how we're feeling, right? And so we've been talking about 11 different, so we've been talking about the psychology of procrastination. And so I have devised a checklist called the psychology of procrastination. And what this does, it talks about the different feelings and emotions that often are the main drivers behind procrastination. And so, um, if you look at the thing that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen, you can download the psychology of procrastination checklist by going to I have to look, bit.ly/procrastination Procrast Again, bit.ly/procrast. And when you download it, not only do you get the 11 kind of feelings and emotions that we've talked about, but for each one, I have given you a strategy how to deal with that emotion and feeling as it relates to procrastination. See, we have got to deal with that procrastination in our life. And so, as we begin to unmask it, what happens is we begin to expose, oh, that's why I'm procrastinating, right? That's why. And so, when you understand why, then you can begin to do the work to kick procrastination in the butt, right? To begin to combat it and overcome procrastination. So I want to, this is part 4. And so in part 1, 2, and 3, we talked about 6 of the different emotions and feelings. We talked about fear, we've talked about anxiety, we've talked about perfectionism, we've talked about self-doubt, we've talked about overwhelm, and we've talked about lack of motivation. So today my goal is to talk about, let's see, we'll talk about 2 more, and then we'll continue on for the rest of the week to finish this. And again, you can go to bit.ly/procrast list to get the checklist of the 11 feelings and emotions that drive procrastination, and then kind of some strategies for each one of them of how you can begin to combat the procrastination in your life. All right. So before we get into the next 3, let's kind of do some review. So, what is procrastination? Well, procrastinating or to procrastinate simply means to delay or putting off doing things that you know needs to get done. Simple as that. You're delaying it or you're putting off doing things that you know needs to get done. And I would assert and I would argue that the reason we're doing that is not just because we're lazy, but it's the emotion and the feeling behind it that we've got to deal with that often is impacting our mindset. Right. And so we've got to begin to unmask those emotions and those feelings that are driving that procrastination. And so let's talk about number, and I'm all out. Oh, number 7 of the on the list of the psychology of procrastination, feelings and emotions. And this is kind of a feeling that we get. And so number 6 is boredom. That's right. Boredom is the feeling of being uninterested, restless, or dissatisfied when you don't have anything engaging or stimulating to do. Now, note, you got things that you need to do, but maybe that task isn't you're not very passionate about, you're not very excited about, right? And so you have this uninterested or you're restless or you're dissatisfied about this thing that you need to do. And so, because it is not something that's stimulating you, it seems monotonous or it's uninterested. What happens is you then you're feeling, oh, this is boring me. And because you want to get rid of that bored feeling, then you try to go find out other engaging and more enjoyable activities like scrolling on social media, right? Or watching TV. You want to do something that's more engaging and more exciting. And so then that in turn causes you to procrastinate. Again, this whole procrastination, we're looking at the emotions and the feelings behind it. It's not that you're just lazy, but you're feeling some kind of way. And because you don't have your emotions and feelings in check and you're allowing it to really kind of run you, then you put off things that you know that you need to get done because maybe it's not exciting, but it's something that has to get done. Right. And so we're dealing with the feelings behind them. And so boredom, again, is that feeling of being uninterested or restless about something or dissatisfied when you don't have anything engaging or stimulating to do. You've got things you need to get done, but that particular thing isn't stimulating. That particular thing isn't engaging. And so then what do? You procrastinate. What you do? You simply delay or put off doing that thing that you know that needs to get done. Why? Because you're bored, right? Because you're bored. And so you then need to come up with a strategy of how you can deal with that boredom so that you can stop procrastinating so that you can get the thing done. And if you go to bit.ly/procrast list, you can download my psychology of procrastination checklist. And on each one of the feelings and emotions, it lists 11 feelings and emotions. And I have also given you a strategy of how you can combat that feeling or emotion. Okay. All right. So with boredom, there's a strategy on the checklist where you can download that kind of gives you a strategy or tool of how you can begin to deal with that boredom so you can stop procrastinating and get whatever you need to get done. Okay. So we just talked about boredom. All right. We're going to talk about, let's see, we're going to talk about one more and then I will leave the rest for later this week. Probably tomorrow we'll finish up or almost finish up. So the next feeling or emotion that I want to talk about is, so we talked about boredom. Let's talk about impulsivity. That's right. Impulsivity that can impact that can cause procrastination. So what is impulsivity? It is to act quickly without much thought or planning. Okay, to act quickly without much thought or planning, make decisions or take actions on a whim. So you don't even think about it. You're just so impulsive. You just doing stuff, but you're not counting the cost. You're not thinking about it. So you make decisions or take actions on a whim, often driven by strong emotions or desires without considering the consequences, right? And so you want that immediate gratification. And so oftentimes, because it is maybe not something, it kind of goes along with this whole boredom feeling, you become impulsive. You act quickly without much thought or planning, and you make decisions on a whim. Oh, well, let me just do it. And you don't think it through, and you don't think about the consequences. And oftentimes, okay, I know I need to get that project done, but you know what? I don't feel like doing whatever. And so I'm just going to go do whatever. And you're not thinking about the consequences of the action that you're taking. Why? Because you're driven by, get this, strong emotions or desires. See, again, our emotions are fueled really by our mind. I'm looking at, yeah, our emotions really are a state of mind. And so when we don't have our emotions in check, when we are allowing our emotions to drive us, especially in a negative aspect, it's not going to serve us. It'll fuel procrastination. It'll cause us, because we're being impulsive. What happens? We then allow procrastination to rule and reign. And then we begin to delay and put off the things that we know we need to get done. Why? Because we are allowing impulsivity to rule us because of our strong emotion or desire to do something on a whim. And we haven't thought things through because we know we need to get that task done. Again, these are feelings and emotions that fuel that procrastination. Procrastination is not just about being lazy, but there's feelings and emotions behind it you've got to deal with so that you can then deal with the procrastination and get the things that you need to get done. Again, we talked today about boredom. as one of those feelings. Boredom is the feeling of being uninterested, restless, or dissatisfied when you don't have anything engaging or stimulating to do. This again can fuel your procrastination. We then talked about impulsivity. Impulsivity is when you act without much thought or planning, right? You don't plan anything out, you just do it on the whim because you're driven by you're feeling some kind of way, and your feelings are not in check, and you know that you need to get whatever done, but because you don't want to get that thing done in the first place, you're procrastinating. You then allow those strong feelings and emotions to run and rule you, and then it's going to cause you to procrastinate. That's right, procrastinate. Now, I've been talking about the psychology of procrastination. We've been talking about unmasking procrastination because we understand that underneath procrastination, oftentimes it's about you're feeling some kind of way, and you're letting your feelings and your emotions cause you to delay or put off doing the things that you need to get done. Today, I am here to help assist you. I am here to help you deal with that procrastination. Now, one of the ways that I have created a program specifically for those that are ready to transform their life, right? Through learning how to shift their mindset. And so I have designed a program. It's called and you know what? Let me do it this way. Let me get rid of this and let me take off the ticker. It's called Transform Your Life Mentoring Program, Moving from Fear to Power. This is a monthly membership designed for women to help them begin to transform their life through learning how to shift their mindset. Uh-oh, I'm doing, oh man, did I? Okay, sorry about that. I got a whole lot going on here. At any rate, this program is a month-to-month program designed to help you begin to transform different aspects of your life through learning how to shift your mindset, learning how to change your language, and learning how to overcome fear so that you can walk in your power, so that you can live an abundant life, right? See, it's time for us to begin to deal with those things that are stopping us from living that abundant life. And so, this month to month program, there are multitudes of transformational benefits that you can get from this program. Each month, I do a live interaction, 45 interactive, 45-minute group mentoring session. This month, we are going, or not, sorry, in the upcoming month, October, we're going to be talking about beating procrastination, mastering habits for a productive you. There'll be three key elements that we're going to address during this mentoring session. We're going to look at, let me pull up my notes so that I have it accurately. Yeah, so we're going to talk about understanding procrastination, right? So those that are a part of this session will gain a deeper understanding of what procrastination is, why it happens, and how to recognize it in your life. That's right. So we're going to be taking it right now. I'm doing a general, kind of giving you some tidbits and little tips here and there. But this, we're going to dive deep, and you're going to look at your own life. What are things, how is procrastination impacting my own life? All right. And then as we gain the knowledge, then you will begin to know how to effectively address and deal with procrastination in your life. Then we're going to learn how to build lasting habits. You're going to learn practical techniques and strategies for maintaining and building productive habits. A lot of the reasons why procrastination is kicking our butt is we have poor habits. We have allowed our emotions and these strong desires to cause us to get into bad habits. And so we're going to learn how to master habits so that you can become productive. right? Then and it can this can go for anybody, no matter if you're in business, if you're not in business, if you're in school, if you're a housewife, if you're a working, woman, whatever it is, these tools will help you throughout life. And then we're going to do your last key. We're going to learn effective goal setting. And so we'll master the art of setting clear, achievable goals and prioritizing your tasks. This will empower you to stay focused, motivated, and on track to reduce the likelihood of procrastination in order to get the things that you need to get done. So, this is so each month, as a part of the Transforming Your Life mentor program, we have a mentor session. And so we meet every third Saturday. So in October, Saturday, October 21st at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we will be doing this mentoring session. Now, when you register for the mentoring program, not only do you get access to a monthly mentoring session, but you also get access. If for some reason you're not able to attend, you'll get access to the session, a replay. You'll get access to all of the handouts and PowerPoints and worksheets that we will do. Also, once you register and become a part of this program, you get affirmations for success. I'm going to do a whole training on the importance of affirmations and how they can help you transform your life. So, you get affirmations for success. You get a copy of I'm not sure how many affirmations are on, but quite these are very powerful affirmations that you can begin to speak so that you can change your life, right? It starts through what are you thinking and what are you speaking out of your mouth. And so those affirmations are that's something that you get as being a part of the mentoring program. Also, you get 20% discount on upcoming classes and programs that are also offered by Abundant Life Living. And then we also have a private Facebook group where we can continue the conversations. So I will do pop-ups, I will place resources in various things in that Facebook group to help you begin to transform your life. What's great about this program, it's only $47 a month. You can join, you can continue on. So say you're in it for 6 months, you're in it and you're like, you know what, Tanya, this has been great, but I want to go deeper. And maybe you want to jump into one-on-one coaching. But again, you can stop at any time. But this is a great way for you to begin to transform your life. I want to encourage you to register. You can go to abdlifeliving.com/TYL mentoring. And you can go there and you can register today. It is time to begin to transform your life. It's time to deal with procrastination. It's time to master habits that are going to lead you to a more productive you. I'm going to stop sharing. Again, I want to encourage you to join the mentoring program. Also, as we have been talking about, you can go ahead and go to bit.ly/procrast list that and get all of the 11 feelings and emotions along with the strategies to help you begin to deal with procrastination. It's absolutely free. Go to bit.ly/procrast list today. Thank you so much for joining. I will be on tomorrow and we will talk about two more emotions and feelings that fuel procrastination. All right. Thanks so much for joining. Go live an abundant life. I will see you tomorrow. Bye now.